example. I have one friend in this game right now who's actually playing with me. He is offline, so I cannot send this to him. Well, I can. He will not be on until later, so I will not be able to know if he got it. But for now, I'm just gonna give you a test. So let's say test, 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 blah. This is my friend. Test, 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 blah. I tell him it's about this cool place. You know, I don't know. And I promise I won't kill you when you get here. Alright, so you have your message, you have the subject, the name, you don't really need the subject or message, and you want to just tell them where you're at. Drag, drop, done, send. No one exists that is test, 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 blah. Or if they do, they're about to get a really weird message, and I am not going to care. Anyways, so it's really helpful for grouping with people you know, getting together and organizing stuff, like big events and cool stuff, or world PvP. Maybe you want to invite the enemy. God knows why. Why don't you just kill them? But maybe you want to jump them and just tell them, hey, come here, I promise I won't shoot you. And they show up like a dumbass, and you hide on the hill up there, and like I said earlier, lie prone. Pull out the good old sniper rifle, not eat a melon, sniper rifle, and shoot him in the face. Yeah, good planning, isn't it? I'm kidding, but this has happened before. I've been drawn into traps back in the day by this same tactic because I actually knew the people, and I thought they were my friends, and they turned out to be total assholes. No, they were cool about it. They just wanted to kill me. So that is the Waypoint system. Super cool, really helpful. It's the best GPS in any game I've played so far. So yeah, this game's going strong. I hope in the video to anyone who's watching that this game is awesome. Get it now. My other video, it tells you how to get it. Do it. Do it now. Anyways, moving on. I'm sorry, I got off topic again. Moving on, I'm going to go to the inventory because I kind of just showed it to you. The inventory shows the picture of what you have, and like where to start. It shows you the picture, the name, the quantity of what you have, and then it, like, you see how it's green here. This shows that it's equipped. It's really obvious against this blue background that these are the equipped items I have on: pants, boots, jacket, and rifle. And then, just like the examine system, guess what? It's here too. Examining weapons. Ah, so cool. You say someone comes up and you want to examine their weapon, they give it to you, or you just look at it in their inventory. So it tells you everything you need to know about the items, and I'll explain more about weapons in a different video. For now, I'm just going to go through the actual inventory system. It's really basic. There's no way to expand your inventory in the maximum capacity by normal means. When I say normal means, I mean you can't go buy something and it permanently raises this screen, but you can actually buy bags, like backpacks, and the backpacks will actually show up on your character. Like everything in this game, you can't just do what you did in WoW and go and kill, like, Aunt Anixia and shove her head in your bag, this little tiny satchel. Actually, you can do that in this game, but what I'm trying to get across is that little satchel that you shove Anixia's head into, it's on your character. In the other games, you don't see it. It's invisible. It's gone. It's not there. In this game, you see it. Whatever's on your person, whatever you see equipped in your inventory, will show up on your character. Everything. Headphones. There's no headphones. Goggles, rifles, melee weapons, lightsabers. It's kind of obvious when you see a lightsaber that they're a Jedi. Stuff like that you can see right away what someone has because they have it equipped in their inventory, which means it's going to show up on their person. So you start off with 80 slots, which I think is awesome in comparison to like WoW, where you start off with 9. And WoW, you get so many items all the time. In this game, you don't really get items as fast, so it's even better. It's just kind of what you have on hand. But if you want a bigger inventory space, you can buy a backpack. Like, someone actually will make backpacks, and kind of like a tailor, but not really. He'll make a backpack, and you get it, you buy it, it goes in your inventory, you equip it, shows up on your back. You now have a backpack, and that backpack will have a bunch of new slots that you can put stuff into, but it has maximum capacity. and it has to actually be equipped. If it's equipped, you gain extra space. If it's not equipped, it applies to the capacity of your inventory, and you're kind of screwed in the sense that you're wasting more space. Because you run into this problem where if you say you equip a backpack, you put all your stuff into it, and then you max out your 80 slots of inventory space on top of that, and you unequip your backpack, your character is now carrying everything on him like it's all in his arms. So he's holding, like my inventory, a melon, a rifle, pants, bone, hide, carbines, pistols, all that stuff on top of his backpack. He's carrying the backpack. This makes no sense. So that's what happens when you don't have the backpack equipped, and what happens is your character can't move because it tells that your character is exhausted. No, I don't want to group. So that's that about the inventory. You can change the view so it's not the same. Like goes to this nice organized list view. I prefer the other view. It makes finding stuff really fast. You can click this, which expands it out to here. So instead of having to right click and examine, it just comes up over here. Really fast, really effective. And then if you want to see stuff over here, like your character, so you can see what your character looks like instead of, having to equip something, close out, and look and see how it is, you can just come in here, go, I don't want a shirt. No homo. And he'll be without a shirt. Right now, the weapon's kind of buggy. I think that's just the server. Anyways, I'm putting the shirt back on. So that's what that's for. I don't really use this. Show help. Show help is in every part of the interface, like every single part. There's a show help for the holocron, which is the help menu. It's trying to help you. A lot going on in here. There's the backpack system, the equip system, and that's it. That's it. So moving on. Showed you the mailing system. All right, we'll move on to the friends list. Community is where all the community interaction is. Sorry, there's really nowhere I was going with that. I don't know why I started. So here's what I was saying earlier. There's a matchmaking system, and it starts with the personal area where you can say what your blood type is, what profile, what your preferences are, stuff like that. And the sensitivity meter here is not what it sounds like. It is not sexual in any manner. It is simply the search system and how specific you want it to be and how often you want to be searched and making your profile searchable. No, I don't want to be found by some random person trying to find love in a video game. You weird people. I'm not holding against you. I don't care. It's all cool. I've met people who met their wives in games. Odd, but it happens. So I'm not against it, but I think it's a little silly. And the match history and your preferences, their preferences. I ignore these two slots. And your character. This is where you give your role-playing stuff like a hand. So in this section, it has your name, which you can't change. There's no way to change your name. It's just there. Your birth date, which you set at the login, I believe, or in some other spot. I'm not going to look. I might look later, but not now. Your species, which you should know, unless you forgot that you're a giant Wookiee. Birth planet, role-playing. Badges, this is where I said earlier, where it displays. This is what people see. This window is what people see when they examine you, basically. When they look and examine at you. The badge area is what you've done. You can actually just come here to see what you've accomplished. It's actually kind of fun. It's your achievement area, basically. But it's also your backstory. You can type out a big old backstory right here. This is basically all you can actually type in this page. And type out, I am the greatest ever. So that's that. You go up to here, and any title you have that you've earned or achieved, and really in this game you only earn titles by mastering and completing classes, and each class point has a different title. It's actually kind of cool. Right here, odd feature of the game that I completely forgot until just now. Everyone in the game speaks a different language depending on their species. Every single one of them, and it actually affects what you see them say, like in the chat. Say you run up to a Wookiee and you say, "Hey, how's it going, man? Is it cool to be a Wookiee?" And he types back, "Yeah." You won't see "yeah." You won't see English. You'll see Wookiee. You'll see Wookiees. That's what you'll see. You'll see, what Chewbacca said in some odd sense. That's what you see. So right now it says Zabrak. I'm speaking Zabrak. Every race except for Wookiee has the option to speak Basic, which is English basically. Basic or the other languages. They're all different. And the way the languages work is everyone starts with the language of their species and Basic. And what happens is this odd like system where you don't know what other people are saying, but you can learn. There's a language learning system in this game. No, it is not like Rosetta Stone. That would be stupid. No, you just go up to people and say, "Hey, can you teach me your language, your species language?" And if they can understand you, they just right-click you, invite you to group, right-click you again, bring up that radial menu, and hit teach. It's a cool little window in this game, this cool little feature, and it's for anything that you can feasibly teach someone. So for the languages, you right-click teach, or they would right-click you, since it's you asking to learn their language. They would right-click teach on you, and scroll down their list of what they can teach you, and click the language, and click teach. And you will have been taught the language, and now you can speak that language, unless you're Wookiee. They hate Wookiees in this game, I swear. Unless you're a Wookiee, you can speak anything, and speak anything. But Wookiees can only speak Wookiees. They can never change that. They can never be different. But they can learn everything. So once you learn language, you can speak it, and then you can learn it, or teach other people. You can speak it, understand it, teach other people, and now all of a sudden, you see people running around when they first start, going up to other people for no other reason, just to learn a language. And it's kind of cool because it encourages community response. If you start the game and you're just an antisocial dick I'm not saying if you're antisocial you're a dick, but if you don't want to talk to anyone, you're going to end up talking to only the people in your species group. Only people who understand and speak that language, or Basic. So you could just, if people have it set to Basic, I guess you'll understand them all the time. But where's the fun in that? It happens late game. People kind of get over it, but I think it's cool. It adds this whole refreshing new level to the game that just isn't there in a lot of games. So that's the language system. It's really cool. You should, if you get this game, and I really recommend it, check it out. Like, you could spend like an hour just kind of running around talking to people, going, "Hey, can you teach me this?" And then you can talk to them in the language, and they'll say, I'm like, "I don't know what that means. Teach me the language?" And then you find out later that he didn't understand your language, you didn't understand his, and you were both telling each other, "Can you teach me?" And then it just looks awkward from everyone else who can understand you. They're just like, anyone want to tell him? No, not really. So moving on, sorry, moving on, you have these right here. These are checkboxes. When you click these, it'll display under your name like a title. So it lets anyone else who takes a glance at you know what you're about, in the sense of what you're looking for. So these are things that will display under your name to other people. And they're all kind of like titles. So you have looking for group, which puts LFG under your name, so lets people know you're looking for a group to do something. Newbie helper, which means it's kind of like an elite player who's played through the game, has hours of experience, and just wants to help the new people, which is always cool. If you're an elite person, do that in games. Don't be the jerk who's like, "Haha, noob." Be the guy who's like, "Oh, you're a noob. Here, let me help you out. Let me teach you the game and make it enjoyable for you." Unlike people on like Call of Duty and Battlefield 3 are like, "Haha, noob, you got owned. Can't you just help me?" "No, you're a noob. Go away." You run into that a lot, and it's just annoying. Roleplayer is socially annoying in the sense that when people see this, hate is brought up immediately. Trolling ensues. The roleplay title lets everyone know that you're a role player and you like to roleplay, and it lets role players find each other, but it also allows trollers to find you, which means everyone who hates role players is going to come up to you and be like, "Hey, I roleplay. Let's do this, that, or the other," and then you will lose out somewhere down that road. They will fuck with you. AFK lets everyone in the world know you're not there, so go the hell away. And when they send you tells, it will actually send them an auto response letting them know you're not there. So, on to the last one, which is display faction rank. When you play this game, there's three factions. There's two factions, but there's Rebel, the Rebellion, the Imperials, you know, Vader and all that, and then there's Neutral.
What makes a man turn neutral? Lust for gold? Power? Or were you just born with a heart full of neutrality?
Yay, Neutral. I hear some people yelling in the background. I really don't, but I assume there is. If you don't want to be Imperial, and you don't want to be Rebel, guess what? You don't have to be. You start as no one. You are nobody when you start this game. You work to become a somebody. And when you work from nothing, you don't want to be shoehorned into, well, I picked Rebellion, so I guess I have to be a rebel from now on. Kind of like the Old Republic, where you're like, hey, I am now a Republican. But later down the road, you're like, but I'm an evil Jedi choosing dark side options, but I can't join the Imperials? Why not? Why can't I betray the Rebellion? You could roleplay that shit up in this game. Play your entire gameplay as Rebellion, kill people, kill all kinds of people, and go, hey guys, I'm switching sides and betraying you. I cannot count the amount of times that there has been in-game strife and drama on a not a polite level, but it's not a personal level. It never leaves the realm of game. When grief and drama that used to happen in this game, it was never like, I'm going to hunt you down and kill you for doing this, or you're a terrible person and you're a virgin. No, they will talk shit because you change sides, but it will never go further than that. And if it does, report them. It's not common and it shouldn't happen. So, yeah, that's display faction rank. But anyways, back to the actual faction discussion. When you join a faction, there are ranks for gaining faction points. When you want to join, say, you want to be the Imperials, you want to join the Imperials. You can't just talk to a guy and go, hey, I want to be an Imperial. You have to go out, get Imperial faction points, come back, and then you can be an Imperial once they know that you're not a rebel. This you only have to earn faction points when you have rebel points to burn off. So when you first start, you're neutral. You have no points to anyone. You have no allegiances. You just go to a recruiter of either rebel or Imperial and click, hey, I want to join, and you're now an Imperial or rebel. And now you can attack rebel NPCs. You can
Our canteen, yeah? There must have been a cafeteria downstairs in between battles where Darth Vader could just chill and go down. I will have the penne alla arrabbiata. You'll need a tray. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? This is not a game of who the fuck are you. For I am Vader. Darth Vader. Lord Vader. I can kill you with a single thought. Well, you'll still need a tray.